Apathy, grief, fear, anger, courage, desire, purpose, love. These are what I call the 8 levels of transformation. What is apathy? It's me versus the world, me versus people, what's the point? Or even me versus myself, what's the point? None of you are in that state or you wouldn't be in this room here. This is the whole given up. What's the point? No matter what I do, nothing will ever work. Why even try? Now, you might have a pocket, though, meaning, this is where it gets subtle. You might be in purpose when it comes to your job, but you might be in apathy when it comes to relationships. I love my job. I feel so aligned. I'm doing what I meant to be doing, but relationships, what's the point? No one will ever love me. So apathy is the lowest level. What's the point? On a feeling level, it's also the most like withdrawn from feelings. I don't want to feel. I will not feel. As you move up, you go into grief. And grief is the land of victimhood. Meaning instead of me versus others, what's the point? It's me versus others, I'm a victim. Then it's fear. Me versus others, what am I going to do? Got to protect myself. How am I going to avoid this? What am I going to do? Then as you move up, it's me versus others, I'm going to show them. Let's step it up. Most people reside here. Grief, fear, anger. And they kind of ride this elevator back and forth in life. If you don't believe me, just look at the news. Hey, if you're the news, you want clicks? What articles do you see? What videos do you see? Is it stuff around purpose? Hey, follow your dreams, everybody. Here's an article. No. It's all stuff that reinforces you're a victim, things that make you really scared, right? AI is coming. It's going to take your job. Nuclear war or outrage. Doesn't this piss you off? The injustice. Yeah, and people got, they kind of live in this little thing. All these are always in reaction to something. As you let go of them, you then shift to collaboration, which is instead of me versus, right? Instead of playing not to lose, what is actually playing to win? And this is where you hit courage. Courage, you could say, is the first level where it's like, what is it that I actually want? Everyone here knows what they don't want, but do you actually know what you do want? It's crazy. Here's a test. Imagine for the next 5 years, everything went perfectly according to plan. You can't mess up. You have the no anxiety tour pixie dust of success, and everything works perfectly well. Okay? So fast forward time, 5 years. What changes? Where are you at? Do you know what a day in the life is then? Most people have no idea. They're like, well, I wouldn't have that. Okay, but what do you want? And then it's usually very vague. Well, I'd be authentic. I'd be really authentic. Okay, well then what would your life look like being authentic? Well, I don't know. I'd just be authentic. I'd love myself. Okay, what would that look like? I just love myself. They have no idea. If you don't know where you're going, shooting yourself in the foot. So that's courage. But courage, usually it's a bit more vague. You get a glimpse of it, what it's like to actually produce. But your goals tend to be too small, and you tend to dabble and procrastinate around. Which, by the way, great book to read, Mastery by George Leonard. Not Robert Greene, although that's an amazing book too. This is an old school self-help. No one talks about it anymore. It's a short 100-page or less book. Mastery by George Leonard. And he talks about in that book the different ways we try to go about succeeding. And there's 3 key patterns that stand out. One is the dabbler, which I'm sure you're all aware of. You kind of dabble around. I'll try this, yeah, I'll try this, yeah, I'll try this, and you kind of dabble. The other one is the hacker. Looking for little tips and tricks to try to kind of hack the system. And when it doesn't work, yeah, next. And the other one is the sprinter. You find something and you're like all out, and then you burn out. And you're like, okay, next, all out, next. So it's these very simple principles, but they're always great reminders. Okay, Mastery, George Leonard. So that's courage. Then I put desire. And desire is really the land of the ego, where it'll hijack these things that are authentic and get you to sell out on what is true to you. Okay? You start out noble. And that's, by the way, the journey of most people when it comes to success. You start out on something you truly believe in, right? You want to help people. You want to produce. You want to give. You want to offer value. And as it goes well, you think, well, then I'll keep offering value, right? Bullshit. As things go well, the pressure to sell out on what matters to enhance yourself instead, whether it's through views, approval, money, fame, you name it, grows stronger.
Now, before things start getting intense here, if you're looking to go through a similar process yourself and receive direct feedback from me personally, no matter where you find yourself in the world, then click the link below this video right now and apply for online coaching. This is my signature program, so click the link and I'll see you in there.
The biggest ego trap I fell into was 2012 to 14, where I started in 2010 coaching, right? So anytime I put a video out, why would I put a video out? It was to help you. Hey, here's a video. I'm working on my anxiety. Here's what you can learn. And as things started going well, suddenly when putting a video out, it wasn't about you anymore. It's, what are people going to think of me with this video? Do I look good in this video? Is it going to get a lot of comments, a lot of likes? Me, sell out. The intention changes. Be careful. The glimpse of success, that is when you enter the territory of desire and where you must be super vigilant and remind yourself why you're doing that thing to begin with. It also gets you to sell out on your goals. Okay, what's your win for you? If things go amazingly well in 5 years, if you do have an answer, is it the real answer, your ego's answer? Oh, my ideal life in 5 years is I'm on a private jet and I have a private island and I have millions of dollars and blah, blah, blah. Okay, is that authentic? What are you doing? So then you got to scratch that off, and then you tap into true purpose and then love. You could view this as, again, the classic journey of transformation. Every single one of you has what I call a core level, meaning you find yourself there the most. You might have pockets, right? The example again, purpose with work, apathy with relationship. Maybe grief, I'm a victim when it comes to my health. But there's one level you find yourself at the most. Now, understanding this scale too, and this would be the first tip for anyone, is with every piece of content that you consume or that you hear, ask yourself, where does it fit on this scale? And I would actually at home create 8 different folders or files where when you take notes, categorize them under these levels, because the advice changes depending on where you are at. So say you take someone in apathy. There's no point. What's a good piece of advice? You're a victim. Is that good, everyone? Telling someone they're a victim?
Yes.
No. Ooh. And we re-enter the land of nuance. Meaning, if they're in apathy, yes. Because in apathy, it's hopeless. It doesn't matter what I do, everyone. There's no point. Might as well give up. If you tell that person, actually, you'd make it if it wasn't for this person. You'd make it if it wasn't for that thing that happened to you in your life. You'd make it if it wasn't for the government. Huh? You're saying there's hope, Julie? There's hope? Yeah, you're a victim. There's hope. You move up. Hopeless to 0.001% of hope. Now, do you want to stay in victimhood? No. So once you're in grief, then it's, hey, might not be your fault, but it's your responsibility. Step it up. But that's scary. Fear. Or instead of feeling sorry for yourself, doesn't that piss you off? What are you going to do about it? Okay, you can complain. What are you going to do about it? Let's hustle it up. Anger. The land of hustle is the land of anger. And like I said, mainstream, but also self-help. Self-help is all advice to shoot up to fear or anger. Hustle. Don't be a pussy. Don't be a little bitch. Step it up, loser. Yeah. Anger. Now, do you want to stay there all the time? No, that'll eat you up inside. But if you're someone down there, it helps you shoot up, or vice versa. Let go of that, aka forgive, then courage. Then again, release desire, etc., etc. You move up. So the advice changes. The biggest thing I've seen hold people back is, one, they don't understand this. Meaning also, this journey isn't feeling better and better and better. Like we saw with you. It's not, I'm going to chase feeling better. What is progress? The happier I feel. No. Sometimes to feel better, you got to feel worse first. But when that... when that happens, sorry, I'm having a carpet installed at home. It's the truth. And... it's the authentic answer. I'm sorry. Anyways, and I'm going to unplug. There we go. But no, so the biggest thing is, usually when that happens, like people will take some action, they start feeling worse, they think things are going backwards, and then they give up. The same if you think of letting go, right? What's the biggest obstacle to letting go? Becoming aware of what you want to let go of, right? We said dive into those inner demons. Well, if those inner demons, you're used to stuffing them down here, like saving you with the emotions, like stuff them down here, as they start coming up, you're going to feel the urge, the same as the cold shower, to tense up, to either stuff them down or to distract yourself or to numb them, amplify. So I've seen clients, for example, start a coaching, because this is what I take my clients through in the coaching. As they keep going, things get poked at and triggered. And say someone is used to numbing how they feel with cigarettes, right? Or even alcohol. As things come up, they're like, hey, Julien, usually around week fear or anger, we spend a week on each. They're like, hey, Julien, so I'm 3 weeks in this coaching, or I'm 4 weeks in this coaching. And I noticed that I feel like I need to smoke more than before the coaching. I feel like I need to drink more than before the coaching, or distract myself more, or eat more than before the coaching. Am I doing it wrong? But I feel like I need to more. Well, why is it that they need to more? Well, if there's things that are out of your awareness, you're bringing them up, the urge to, it's like, no, gotta escape, no. Yeah, it amplifies. But as it comes up, it's also easier to then process and let go of it. So don't follow the feel good. If that's all you've been chasing, what is good advice? Advice that makes me feel better. Shooting yourself in the foot. Nope. If that hasn't worked, try the opposite. Try advice that makes you feel worse, using common sense. Okay? Same here. It's like I'm moving up, now I'm feeling really angry. Am I doing it wrong? Am I going backwards? Nope. Got to go through it. There's a famous book in America that's a kid book that I read to my daughters that goes, Going on a Bear Hunt. For any of you who know that, maybe there's a German version. And the whole thing is like, I can't go over it. You can't go around it. You better go through it. That's this work. Go through it. So that's step one. Biggest sticking point, people freak out and they go back. The other one is they don't know where they are. So they apply the wrong advice. If you're in fear and you're applying purpose advice, not going to work. You're in grief, you're applying anger advice, not going to work. You're in anger, you're applying grief advice, not going to work. So not all advice is equal and not all advice is applicable to you. For example, in grief, get mad. Hey, think of all the people who pissed you off in life, everyone. Let's do it now. Get really mad. What are you going to do about it? How are you going to step it up? How are you going to show them? Rah, 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 shoot up to anger. But then once you're in anger, hey, think of those same people. Can you forgive them? Well, what is it, Julien? Get mad or forgive? Depends where you're at. So if you see contradictions in self-help, even in my advice, there's no real contradictions. It just means, where does this fit on the scale? For who and at what point in their journey does this apply? And do you know where you're at in your journey? And are you applying advice that's for you or for someone behind or ahead? And the last big one is people try to jump too high. You're in grief, you try to jump up to purpose. You're not going to make it. Aim for 1 or 2 levels up. But this is the map. For real. Anything you see, anything you consume, categorize it in this map. That's step 1. Yes?
For example, in the job, when I feel a lot of anger, then I'm at anger, right? It's the feeling.
As long as it's empowering. So this is the subtlety. So with this, by the way, like I said, the clients I take through this, we spend 1 week talking about this in depth. So grief and anger can sometimes seem similar. And sometimes you might think you're angry, but what you're actually experiencing is amplified grief. The key difference is this is disempowering, it brings you down. This is empowering. So here's the example I give. Let's just say you're playing a video game. So we take 2 people playing a video game, right? Person number 1 is in grief, person number 2 is in anger. And the same thing happens in the game. Say they're playing a character who has to jump from one cliff to the next, and every time they try to jump, they fall, they fail. Game over, restart. The person in grief is going to feel like a victim. They jump, this game sucks. I keep falling. Let's try again. And they might get really mad. You know what? Fuck this game. I keep falling. Fuck. Stupid, stupid, come. And eventually they throw the controller down and walk out the room. They might be screaming. They might seem very angry, but does it empower them? No, it leads to them throwing the controller down. Still grief. The person in anger, same thing happens. Falls down the cliff, falls down the cliff. But every single time that person falls down the cliff, what do they feel? Again. Again. One more time. Let's go, bring it. It actually motivates them every single time. That's anger. If you feel motivated and empowered, like, anger. Now, you don't want that to be your foundation of motivation either, to be clear. It's better than grief, but then you're still relying on that. As opposed to, say, desire motivation or purpose motivation. So that too, think of it as there's different, like filling your car with gas or fuel, there's different motivational fuels. You could say fear, that's motivating. If you're scared, you'll take action. A lot of people who procrastinate for that reason. They need to experience X amount of fear to finally take action. Let me put it off one more day. Okay, 3 days out, that's good. Two days out, the fear goes up. 1 day out, ding, ding, ding. Finally, I take action. But anything under that level, not enough to take action. So they're dependent on the fear motivation, always in reaction. Terrible. That's like drinking a extreme, like say in America, it's like these Monster energy drinks or Red Bulls. Will that give you energy, yes or no?
No.
Yeah, kidding me? You'll drink that, you'll be like, of course it will. So that doesn't mean, by the way, you might have little pockets where you shoot down. It's like, okay, let's use fear as a motivation. Still good. But what if that's your foundation? Meaning, what if every single time you need to be motivated, you're just chugging all these energy drinks? Not good. Anger, you could view it as, okay, I'm changing the fuel away from the energy drink to coffee. Okay, let's go, rah, rah, rah. Okay, that's good. But what if every single time you need energy, you need coffee? Not ideal. Desire, it's like tea. Purpose is a good night's sleep. Different motivational fuels. So again, this whole system is what I personally use. Now, going deeper into this, I'll give you one more model. So like I said, categorize everything you see. And the biggest thing you must cultivate is analyze the theme you're in. Meaning, like I said, you have a default, but there's pockets. What I teach my clients is life will always keep lifing. Famous saying. Meaning you're going to leave this room and maybe here you feel like, you're like, oh, this is a great event, I feel good. And then tomorrow you wake up and you open your phone and something happens. And maybe it'll put you in grief. Boom, email, oh no, I'm a victim. Or, oh no, something scary could happen. Or, oh, I'm really angry, etc. Life throws things at you. Your job is to forever keep looking at the different themes that you are in. And based on those themes, it'll tell you what advice to consume. It'll tell you what to look for. If you just wing it, not good. So that's the map. Now going deeper when it comes to letting go specifically, we talked about this a bit yesterday, but you could view you as this. You're born whole. You are enough. You'll never meet a baby who thinks it's not good enough. Ever. No baby is born and saying, not good enough. They all feel whole. But through conditioning, through upbringing, what do we do in order to fit into this world, into this society, is that we mold who we are. Let's just say I'm a kid, okay, and say I'm born, and we're all a big family, okay? So you're the family, you're born before me. I'm the last one in. And I'm in the family, I'm like, oh, hi everyone. And you're like, the baby's here. And let's just say I make a sound like, ah, and everyone stares like, the fuck was that? Well, what is it going to tell me? Oh, okay, I guess this sound is not acceptable here. Now, I'm also very dumb, immature, and naive because I'm a baby, right? So although you might all stare like, what was that? I might think that you all hate me in this moment, and you all want to kill me for making that sound. And you're all going to leave me out in the gutter in the streets, and I can't survive on my own, I'm a baby. So suddenly this sound isn't just, oh, they didn't like it. This sound threatens my survival. Am I going to make this sound again? Would I risk my life as a baby making that sound again? Fuck no. This sound is threatening me. Let's get rid of it. But that's also a part of me. It doesn't go anywhere, does it? So what I do is I create a split within, where there's the acceptable me. Anytime I'm being this part of me, you all love me. Anytime I'm being this part of me, here's the little sound. Meep. Threatens my survival. Perhaps same with emotions. Maybe you're all really happy and you're having a blast. And maybe I'm sad one day. Perhaps you experienced this growing up, right? You're at the table, it's dinner. Why are you so sad? Can't you see how much fun we're having? Put a smile on that face. Oh, I can't be sad. Not allowed to be sad. Sadness, here. Self-expression, you name it. So we have this big list of things that we label as unacceptable within us. Now, understanding this too, no wonder you don't feel good enough, because there's all these defects in you. Being all of you is not good enough. You can only be the acceptable part of you, the part of you that gets love externally, whether it's family or society. So I'm not good enough. Now, what is the strategy that most people embark on? Well, there's all this stuff, and this depends on you. It could be anything, by the way. It doesn't mean it is unacceptable. You just labeled it as so. What do people do? Well, if I just, let's throw more success, more money, more approval, and let's amplify the acceptable side. It'll make up for all the bad stuff within us. Does that work? No. Because the more you try to compensate for yourself, the more you reinforce there's something to be compensated for. And it doesn't matter how much you're compensating, you're still compensating. So it's endless. That's like trying to be good enough is like trying to count until infinity. Shall we try it? So, true self-love, feeling good enough, true self-worth, true self-confidence, high self-esteem doesn't come from enhancing yourself. It comes from dissolving this split and being all that is you. Back to the example even with you, it could be like, again, the hurt part of me, not acceptable, got to survive. Now, never self-attack over making this split. We all do. But at some point you have to stop and say, hey, let's experience the things I didn't allow myself to experience. Let's embody the things I didn't allow myself to embody. The same with past traumatic experiences. Things that were terrible that might have happened to you, so overwhelming you couldn't even acknowledge them. Hey, those things suck, yeah. You don't have to approve of them, but they are you, and they did happen to you, and they are part of you in your life. Even the worst things about you, the things you hate about you the most, the things you're the most ashamed about the most, the things that are even too much to think about or acknowledge, they are you. And until you reach that point, that's me, you'll never feel whole. Feeling whole isn't just embodying the good stuff. That's easy. It's embodying all the stuff. How do I feel about life? If you were to make life a person, can I accept life for what it is? And even for all of you, think of your past. How do you feel about life? Do you love it? Hate it? Are you scared of it? Angry at it? Are you a victim to it? Want to do a quick little test? Say I'm life. How do you feel about me?
About you?
Yeah, I'm life. I'm everything that happened to you. That's me. You happy? You're welcome.
I'm happy. I'm happy and grateful.
Especially the bad stuff. I was so excited to have that happen to you.
Yeah, it was a challenge.
You're so welcome. I'll take the tip. Can I have a tip for that?
Not necessarily.
Why? Ooh, why? How do you really feel about me?
Still not over it.
So you're
I'm
not.
working on it.
How do you really feel about me, though? I'm every horrible thing that happened to you. Right here. Tell me. Tell me the fucking truth. Don't people please me. How do you truly feel about me? Stuff's
I
coming up.
sometimes hate you.
Okay.
I sometimes hate you.
Sometimes? What do you feel most of the
Sometimes.
time then?
Accepting it, loving it, hating it, struggling with it. Embrace it again.
Okay.
It's a circle, circling around.
Hate me in terms of you motivate me, I'm going to make up for it, or hate me in terms of fuck you, downward spiral?
More in the anger. Yeah.
Good awareness. Yeah. Give her a hand, everybody. Really good awareness. Yeah. And with that too, rule of thumb, and this is totally counterintuitive, when in doubt, go into the negative. Fuck the positive. Always go to the negative because that's what you let go of. How do you feel about me? You're welcome.
Yeah, hi. I feel okay about you. Actually.
You're not scared? I could have a taxi jump out this room.
No, I cannot control it. How can
I can.
Good for you. I cannot.
You love everything?
I accept it and I see the good reason why it happened.
Yeah, I didn't even see a reason. I was just having fun.
I'm trying to explain everything.
Yeah.
And I explain to myself, yes.
Okay. Good awareness there too. Quick feedback. Same as her. Feel, 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 feel. Don't rationalize shit away.
Oh, it's so complicated, you know, when it's already here. So to switch it off.
The thing that really helped me, by the way, is if you think back to events in your past that really hurt you, don't try to think about them from your current perspective. Because like you said, especially if you studied a lot, you're like, well, now as an adult, here's how I view it. But the version of you who experienced that didn't know everything you know now.
Yeah.
Try to retune back with that, because then it'll summon the more raw, real sensations that you can then let go of.
So I should go back to my previous version and to imagine how she felt.
And then let go of that. Ooh, it's fun. I know. It's dive into the things you don't want to feel. Like ultimately it's that. It's like, as a coach, I'm like,
Now I feel
go here.
Yeah, so anxious and fear, it's coming. So I feel I can identify this feeling. When I even imagine that, I feel like a bit nervous.
Good.
Yeah.
Triggered stuff bubbling up.
So cold shower?
Cold shower of feeling, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll tie it in. I'll bring that up. Let's do. I'm live. Sup? Happy? You're welcome. Great life I gave you. Great things happening to you.
Well, I am kind of grateful, but I'm also like pissed off.
At me?
Yeah.
Why? I gave you the best things life could offer.
But mostly I am grateful.
What are you the most pissed off at me about?
I mean, the bullying in school wasn't really
You didn't like that?
necessary. No, it wasn't necessary.
Oh,
Could've
okay.
done without it.
So you don't love me unconditionally.
I'm on the way there.
Beautiful awareness. So same for you. You know what you need to dive into. The bullying and feel the hurt. And the same with this question about life. All this stuff getting poked at emotionally, which is awesome that you're feeling it because I'm seeing it come up. Great, that means there's less levels of resistance. Let go, let go, let go, you'll be free. Beautiful. How do you feel? You're welcome to. I gave you the best life here, haven't I?
Sometimes I feel good, sometimes sad. Sometimes
What are you sad about? You were my favorite. I saved the best for you. What comes up? If life was a person, me, what would you want to tell me?
Does it really need to be so difficult?
Why was it difficult?
I don't know. Maybe I tend to make things difficult.
What do you hate about me the most?
I wouldn't say I hate life
What are you most angry about?
myself.
Okay. The way I made you, the way I created you, as life, as the universe, as God, as you name it. You're not happy being you.
No, the way you created me is good. That's fine.
But
I'm struggling with my thoughts from time to time.
okay. Last question. What thought do you struggle with the most? Deep breaths.
A depression, like you said before, I kind of cut off my feelings early, long time ago, and it's really hard to get back to feelings. So I often feel like numb, not feeling a lot at all.
Good awareness. Well, two things. One, sure, maybe 90%, but I'm seeing feeling. You're not numb, it's there.
It's way better than it was, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're doing good, man. But I would say, so in that case, I'd put you probably in, feeling-wise, pocket of apathy, which is very common, by the way. Which, if you want to see how connected you are, who here feels that way, by the way? I know I gave that example quickly before, but the one where you live more up here than in the body, raise your hand if so. Look at that. That's most people, for real. It's at some point we just kind of withdraw. And the thing with resistance around feeling, it's usually, because I fall into that too, what I notice in myself and my clients is it usually happens after like everyone feels this swing. I simplify it as hope and despair, right? Say you have hope, you're like, yes, didn't work out. Oh. Hope again, okay, this time. Oh. Then a third time. Oh. And after all that hope and disappointment, at some point you're like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm never gonna hope again. You feel happy, you feel sad, you feel happy, you feel, or hurt, happy, hurt. You know what? I'd just rather not feel. Oh, but then you won't feel happy. You know what? I'm okay with that. I won't feel happy, but I won't feel sad. I won't feel the hope, but I won't feel the disappointment. And you withdraw completely. That's the apathy. That's the cycle. And this can apply with feelings. It can apply with goals. Question for you, it's like, what goal has that been where it's like you had the hope, despair, and then you just completely gave up on that goal? Even though you know if gun to the head, there's still a part of you that still cares. But it's easier to pretend like you don't. Now, for all of you there, if it's through feeling, it'd be the same advice I'd say for you is you're going to have to go through pain to feel again. You can't baby step or tiptoe your way in through happy feelings first. I'm going to start feeling again with the happy ones. You got to fall back in love with the hurt and the pain, and then the happy on the other side is attached. But also don't you dare self-attack, because that is most people. It really is. And another kind of link back to you if you want a little at-home exercise is do this tomorrow. Just sit down for 20 minutes and do nothing and just feel. See what comes up. No distraction, no music, no phone. View it as like going to rehab. What would you tell someone who does drugs all the time? You're going to go to a place where you're going to stop doing drugs and face yourself. Well, what's your version of a drug? Is it Netflix? Is it Julien videos on YouTube? Anything can be a drug, an escape. Take it all away. Silence, nothingness. Even thinking can be a drug. Perhaps you'll be sitting here in silence, like, well, let me think of this, or count 1, 2, 3, 4, anything to avoid myself. Let that shit bubble up. And the biggest bluff that screws us is we think that if we let it take over, it'll consume us. It won't. That's the bluff. It won't destroy you. Your feelings are not too much for you to handle. You are in control. The feelings come from you. You got this. Don't forget it. Okay? Was there a hand over here?
Yes. Actually, I think you answered my question, because the thing is I kind of completely, like in my apartment, I don't have any computer, any internet, any books to avoid distracting myself. But now my mind is constantly distracted. Like I spend the whole day talking to myself, even loud. Like I don't have any computer anymore, but I'm I'm talking like you on stage every day for 10 hours, and I'm like, fuck, what the fuck? Like,
That's
and
funny.
It's smart what I say, but still it distracts me.
Is it as smart as me?
Well, I don't know, but
No, I love that you said this. So that's actually a good point too, meaning, well, who here has experienced this? Who here smokes cigarettes? Raise your hand. You're up, everyone should raise their hand. All right. Who here tried quitting cigarettes? Okay. Did you notice when quitting cigarettes you started eating more food? No. All right. What did you notice? Both of you. Anyone over here? I saw you raise it. You guys, what do you notice? Like only they raise their hands. What about this side? What changed?
I ate more food.
You did?
Yeah.
All right. So it's a common thing. You quit cigarettes and suddenly it's like you eat more food. Now why is that? Because cigarettes is not the cause, it's the effect. Same with you. If, let's just say, I can't be with me, anytime I do nothing, my inner demons come up. There's 1,000,001 ways I can deal with that. I can bring my attention away by watching movies. Right? Now my attention's on the movies, not on the shit inside. I can do it through social media, you name it, right? I can scroll, takes my attention there. If you take that away, there's other ways. I could do, like I said, the cigarette example. What does cigarettes do? It numbs the feeling. This is too intense, but if I smoke, oh, it calms it. Same with drinking. Same with eating, right? Binge eating is a big one. So if I eat, it changes the texture of the feeling. So we have all these different pacifiers in a way. Now, take one away, and that's traditional external advice. Okay, everyone stop smoking. So you take the cigarettes away. Does that change the inner demons? No, it just took one pacifier away. So if the inner demons are still there, okay, you take away one pacifier, I'm going to look for another. Now what you did is you took all the external. You took away your TV, you took away all that, and now you're like, it's just me. Well, maybe the thoughts. Thoughts is a pacifier. For all of you, take away smoking. Now you're like, eating will do it. Look, it's changing it too. It's numbing it too. So until you actually get to the cause, which at a core is the relationship with you, doesn't matter what you change externally. Now, sure, you could pick healthier pacifiers, but it's still a pacifier. And anything can be a pacifier. A relationship could be a pacifier. A workout could be a pacifier. Something I've said for years, it's never the thing, it's the place it's coming from. And this doesn't mean, too, by the way, cut out all that. Like, guess what? I love watching movies, for sure. I still love occasionally having a drink, for sure. But the one little test I always do with myself, like say I'm gonna have a drink, like you brought me the Swiss wine, which thank you. By the way, best wine in the world, Swiss wine. I'm not biased. Is if I'm gonna have a drink, I always check in with myself first. And I'm like, okay, am I having this, say, glass of wine because I feel like shit and I'm trying to feel better? Am I having this glass of wine because I'm anxious and I'm trying to numb that anxiety? Am I having this glass of wine because I'm bored and I just want something? If that's the answer, then fuck the pacifier. No, do a release instead. But sometimes you just feel great and you just want to experience different texture and experiences in life. Is it escapism or celebration? That's the audit. Now, bringing it back to this, you could also view this as your shadow. All the things you disowned within. Now, there are some that you're aware of here. Some inner demons, you're like, okay, definitely got to be aware of that. But a lot are out of your awareness. You've probably heard this in self-help before. There's what you know, there's what you don't know, and there's what you don't know. You don't know. That's the gold. That is what's running you. It's things that are out of your awareness. And things you don't know don't always register logically. I know for the people who live up here, sometimes they only register emotionally. But that's what you got to be aware of. So instead of diving into this, thinking, okay, what are all the different things I kind of stuffed out? What are all the experiences? What are all the aspects? You get lost in the muck. What I like doing is, instead of looking for all the different files, I create folders. And I do chunks at a time versus individual files. The same with, another technique for you, what I call following the trail of whys. Have you heard me talk about this? Yes. Okay. Where if you take a surface level fear, like say you want to let go of all your fears, right? Everyone want to do that? Well, step one is you could identify every single fear. Okay, I'm scared of rejection, I'm scared of this and this and this. Take one at a surface, I'm scared of rejection. instead of stopping there and just working on letting go of that, ask yourself why. Why am I scared of rejection? What's so bad about rejection? And go deeper. Maybe you're like, well, if I get rejected, I'll be alone. Well, here's fear of rejection. Think of it as a file. You went one level deeper to fear of being alone. Now here's the beauty though, and sometimes you can go deeper and deeper and deeper. Files versus folders. But let's just say we'll take a simplified example, right? File, folder, fear of being alone, fear of rejection. The fear of being alone could also be the answer of why of many other fears. I'm scared of speaking my truth, right? I'm scared of being me. So there's all these surface fears that all tie to the fear of being alone. So instead of focusing one by one on these fears, focus on this, and you zap them all at the same time. Files, folders. Same here. Files, folders. Can you guess what the folders are? This. See how it all ties together? This. What, when it comes to apathy, have I disowned? Then let's do a deep dive on grief. Then let's do a deep dive on fear. Let's do a deep dive on anger. Let's do a deep dive through courage and view it all through these lenses. So this skill isn't just a surface layer when it comes to advice, it's also a deep introspective model when it comes to identifying what you don't know you don't know. And that's my method. Now what I do with my clients though is I take them week by week through this. Can you guess how I'd coach you if you were a client?
Yes.
Oh, you know. But well, think about it. Say all of you are like, Julien, help me. You'd probably ask me, understanding all this, Julien, what's holding me back? Do you want me to tell you what's holding you back, everyone? Yes. Do you want me to go one by one? We'll do 1 minute each. I'll tell you exactly what's holding you back.
You asked, so.
No, it sounds great. I hope well, one, the answer should be yes. 2, do you think I can?
No.
I wish I could. No, I can't. Why? Because I'm not you. And no one can. That is back to remember the hero of the village, right? Don't look for someone to save you. No one can tell you what is holding you back. If you're hoping for that, and that's what's delaying your own journey and personal development, you're wishing for like pigs to fly. It's never going to happen. Only you can discover what's holding you back. Only you can discover what you don't know you don't know. I cannot. I can help you do it, but only you can do it. Now, how do you think I'm going to help you do it? You've seen it in some of the examples of the people I bring up on stage. How do I help you do it? Step 1, bingo, I poke. I poke. Like, just for the fuck of it, stand up. Okay, say I'm like, okay, what's up with this guy? And this is a physical illustration of what happens more mentally and emotionally. So, okay, what's up with him? Poke, poke here. Anything happen? I'm going to poke and see what happens. How do I poke? The 8 levels. Let's see apathy. Maybe a lot. Maybe it's like, okay, there's a lot there. Here's what we're going to have to work on. Maybe there's nothing. But that is how the data comes up that we can then talk about and work on, and I can give you advice on and meditations on to release. But I'm not going to know until I poke. Every situation where I bring someone up here, or whether it's, talking to you guys, it's always like I lean right into the things that trigger you. Now, what's the value? It's not what triggers you. All I'm looking for is what's getting poked at within. And if you're not willing to get triggered, you'll never know what you don't know you don't know. That's this work. And there's no copy-paste trigger. It has to be like, and the data is always different. You can have a seat. Great job. It was just that. It was just like, you stood up so I can poke you with a pen a couple times. But for real, like, if I were to take you through this, that's what I do. Step 1 is I'd have you, like what I do with the clients, is I spend 1 week in each level, and I poke, poke, poke. Now, the poking can be done through external challenges, like the formula action, trigger, release, repeat. There's one. It could be done through introspection. It could be done through questions. It could be done through shadow work. It could be done through following the trail of whys. It could be done in many different ways. It could be done even just talking, right? Putting pressure on, seeing what comes up. But that's the deep audit. Then with what comes up, what do? You learn how to let go of it. So, say you were to go through this, and I'll ask you about this in a second too. Every week, what I do with my clients is I give them content, because you better understand these levels like the back of your hand. Then, the poking missions, and then releases. That's the letting go. These 8 releases, they're more like surgical, meaning when I do letting go, like the biggest mistake too, and don't forget this one, is I see people think that letting go is just taking a few deep breaths and what they feel. You'll never be free doing that, because you underestimate the reservoirs that you've built throughout your life. Just the last model, and I know we're covering a ton. I said today we're going really deep on the more analytical mental, so I hope it's clicking. If not, it'll click someday. But don't underestimate, like say from a young age, like you take anger as a reservoir. There are many things you've been stuffing down when it comes to anger. It's not just one. So you're adding and adding and adding and adding and adding and adding and adding, and here you are as an adult. And maybe today something someone says or does pisses you off, and you get triggered, and you feel it, and at least you're aware you're triggered. And then you're like, oh, I heard about letting go. Let's take some deep breaths. Okay, that's good. But what are you processing? View it as like the extra little drop, bing, that triggers you. So by taking your deep breaths, you just process the drop. And then tomorrow another drop, bring, bring, bring. But you never get into this. And you have reservoirs for all the levels. So what I personally do is I have meditations, and these are the only ones I do, that go super deep just on apathy. So if I recognize a theme within myself, it sounds obnoxious, but I listen to my own meditations, my own voice guiding me. Why? You don't want to think when letting go. And it encompasses shadow questions too, only around apathy. Then I'll do a grief one, then a fear one, etc. So I dive super surgically deep. Then there's missions and content. And by having people go through this, the change is insane. Poke, poke, poke. Content, you understand it. Release, based on the data. We talk about it, customized feedback, and that's how you change lives. If you think a video will change your life, it won't. There is no avoiding doing the work. You don't have to do this now, but it is inevitable at some point in your life. The only factor is how much pain are you willing to experience first. For real, that's the harsh truth. It's how much pain are you willing to take? And unfortunately for a lot of people, it's a ton. How much pain until you change things? How much pain until you dare leave your comfort zone? But my comfort zone's so safe, and that's the balance, safety and pain. That's the calculation everyone must make. Yeah, you're in extreme pain, but you're safe, you're alive. Why would you risk your safety? The only thing that'll get you to bounce is that tipping point where you're like, the pain outweighs the safety. Fuck it, anything's better than this. I'm willing to risk non-safety. I'm willing to risk out of my comfort zone because that is too painful and I've had enough and I've been in pain for far too long.
Now, what you just watched here is just a small piece of a larger system and process. So what you want to do now is click this video here to see exactly what I'm talking about and how it all fits together.